Alright, what's up, NES Blog? This is SuperSonic again, bringing you another Mario speedrun. This is Super Mario Bros. 2, aka The Lost Levels on the Famicom Disk System. We're going to be doing a category called One Warp, in which we will just use one warp zone in this run. But until then, we'll get to it in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so we're going to start off as Small Mario first for a little bit. I'll be getting power-ups in 1-3 and 1-4. I should get a double despawn on this front. Nope, I did not. Ah! That's okay, it happens. We usually die at 1-1 quite a bit. I mean, it's happened in AGDQ 2017 with Cosmic, so no big deal. Just to kind of get that out of the way. Go ahead and do this here. There we go, that's better. Just to kind of get the, like the bad juju out of the way right there. Alright, so 1-2, instead of going to a warp zone here, we're actually going to continue onward. So we're going to head into the regular exit of this level. Do a little bit of a slowdown there. So, when you end up stomping an enemy in this game, Mario bounces off a little higher. If we end up playing as Luigi, he does have higher jump height. He also has ice physics as well and slow acceleration, so he is kind of easy mode, but also like in the easy normal difficulty, while Mario's like still like the standard kind. There we go, out of 1-2. Not too shabby. So we are going to be grabbing the power up in 1-3. Gotta be careful of this one enemy coming up very shortly here. Get a super jump up that Koopa there. Do a bit of a turnaround. Oh, did not get enough momentum there, but that's okay. Try to go for a fast excel jump there. But we're fine with Big Mushroom right now. 1-4. I could go for fire strats here right away, but I think I'm going to go for a glitch here called Small Fire Mario. So the way the glitch works is I need to touch Bowser and the X at the same time, but hopefully I can just retain the mushroom here until I get to that point. Ah, dang it. That's fine. Didn't quite jump properly on that platform there, so we'll just have to re-grab fire and 2-1 and just continue on that way. It would have been cool to show off that glitch. Maybe if I have a chance, I'll try to show it off. But in the meantime, we are done with World 1. Probably the hardest World 1 in all of Mario, to be honest. But... Alright, so now we're just going to go for our mushroom here. Go. I'm also going to be grabbing a star for safety, because there are some very tricky pipe jumps to do there. Also, this game is very infamous for having hidden power-ups as well. Alright, so now... Oops, did not want to do a high bounce off of that thing. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one up just in case. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're out of there. I tried to go for a flag despawn strat there. What I should have done was hit the vine block, but I unfortunately missed it because I was like one tile too far. And then if you just do like a specific setup by utilizing the sprite limit, then you can actually despawn the flag there and saves 2 frames. And that strat was found by GTA some time ago. Now we are in 2-2. This level's a little difficult, but we do have Fire Flower, we should be okay. Alright, let's gotta go ahead and do this here. There's that invisible block. Oh, wait a minute. Just gotta take this a little safe here. Didn't quite get the jump I wanted there because I was worried about that piranha plant, and if I took damage there, then I would have just lost my fire flower. So kind of a slow start, but that's okay. No big deal. So now we're powered up for fire flower. We got 2-3 coming up here. We're gonna have a lot of cheeps, and they are very random in terms of patterns. We're just gonna hope that they won't get in the way here. Kind of shoot some of these enemies away too. That Usually a good thing as well. Oh, these Chief Chiefs right here are kind of in a bad spot, so I have to like slow down a little bit there, so avoid them. Another thing interesting about this game is if you have the last number of your timer match with the number of your point count, like if it's even, it'll give you 6 fireworks. If it's odd, it'll give you 3. If you have a multiples of 11 on your point count and you have the same number as your timer, then it'll give you a 1-up plus like 3 or 6 fireworks depending on the odd or even. I tried to go for an extra 1-up there, but didn't quite spawn the Koopas properly. Alright, there we go. I tried, but I messed up. Yeah. So, if you shoot 5 fireballs on Bowser, he'll pretty much show up an imposter. So it's actually a lot faster to kill Bowser with fire and grab the axe because it doesn't do the axe animation. So it saves 2.5 seconds every axe grab. So I kind of wanted that 1-up, but I wasn't expecting that. But that's okay. We'll be fine without it. No. I'm just doing one warp. They can stay on the table. Alright, so 3-2. This is a water level. Kind of good that we have fire here, because these Chiefs and bloopers are a pain in the butt. I'm gonna try to avoid them as best as possible here. And since I don't know what frame roll I'm on, I'm not gonna know what kind of patterns we're gonna get here. There's also a technique you can do with Big Mario where you can just kind of crouch on any ground tile, and then it'll make your hitbox in half. So essentially it'll make you like small Mario hitbox, but the trade-off is you cannot shoot fire at that point. So it works in some instances, but not all the time. Oops. Okay, I do have 55 coins in my coin count. I'm going to try to go for a 5 here, just to get an extra life. There, we got the extra life, but we're going to get 3 fireworks as a trade-off, which is okay. Might as well have the lives in this case, because this game is very brutal. So 4 lives is decent for now. Alright, that jump right there is really difficult. You have to jump at the very edge of that platform. There's also a hidden power-up here in case you need it. So like with this game, I pretty much know where all the hidden power-ups are. So there's like plenty of backups in case you end up losing your fire or anything like that. Okay, so we have 3-4 coming up. This one is a maze level. So normally you cannot tell like which path you're going. But in the All-Stars version for this game, you can actually hear like a chime. And that's like signifying whether or not you got it correct or not. Oops. You need to like slide underneath this here in order to progress further. It's a lot easier when you're small, but yeah, this is like the correct path here. There we go, get rid of Bowser. Alright, one more full world we're going to be doing, and that's in World 4. And then the Warp Zone will pop up in World 5. And when we get to that point, I'll show off some stuff in those levels. In the meantime, we got 4-1 here. Now we got red piranha plants, in which they ignore wherever you're at, even if you're next to the pipe. And normally the green piranha plants will not pop up, the red ones will. So they're more aggressive in this one. Longitude is practically still the same, so nothing special about them. Alright, just gonna do a little bit of a jump here. Very nice. And now we have 4-2 coming up. This one is pretty much an easy level as well. Pretty straightforward. There are a couple of bros that we can just kind of shoot down, but they're not much of a nuisance. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that spiny free. Why not? But shoot some fireballs here. There we go. Alright, at least that bro wasn't in the way. Oh, unfortunately, we are going to get 3 fireworks here because we had a 5 on the timer and a 5 on the end of our coin count. So we're just going to get some 3 more fireworks. No big deal, just loses about roughly a second or so. 6 fireworks loses close to like 6 seconds. Alright, 4-3 is a little difficult. There is a bullet bill that is going to shoot very shortly here. Not sure where it's going to be shooting at. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, we didn't get bad bullet bills there, thankfully. Alright. Now we have 4-4 coming up. This one is a little difficult, especially when you play any percent, since you're like small for that category. But in this one, we do have fire, so we do have a chance to get through, hopefully smoothly here. Do that there. Let's go up this way. Alright, we're good. We managed to keep fire. And now, in between 4-4 and 5-1, there is going to be a loading screen, depending on what you're playing on. There's various load times. If you're playing on EverDrive, it's like about 6 seconds or so. If you're on console, like the actual Famicom Disk System, it's roughly about 7 seconds. And then there are like power packs and then other emulators. The timing varies for those. So usually on speedrun.com, we take away the load times, and we use that time for the leaderboards there. Alright, so now we got 5-1. This is actually the longest level in the game. So that staircase kind of tricks you a little bit, because it's just thinking that, oh, it's the end of the level, but it's really not. And then you have a little bit of wind there. Alright, so we're going to try to go for a super jump here. There we go. So I did a bit of a manipulation there to get a super jump. Oops. I was going to try to go for a 1-up there. One more 1-up for the road. So now in 5-2, this is where we're going to take our warp zone, and hence the 1 warp category that we're doing. And we're going to do a really cool trick called Devil Spell. It's basically a pipe flip, and then we're going to enter the upside down pipe from right side up. It'll make sense when you see it. Oh, so unfortunately we took damage there. I'm actually going to go back and get Mushroom again. This will be a couple times, so... Hang on a second, let's see. It's a little tougher when you're big Mario, because he's like really tall. This probably might be easier. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's just go. It's just not happening. I do want that mushroom now, so I'll let it trail me. There we go. Okay, I guess we don't want to take the firewall. Try to clip into the pipe there, but unfortunately Mario got ejected out. There we go. Yeah, that is the Devil Spell technique for the wrong warp there. So essentially, you don't have to take the vine to go to World 8. So, kind of flashy. Alright. I do want that mushroom here. World 8 is actually very scary, especially 8-1. 8-2 is not too bad, but it is a loop level. So you need to find the correct exit there. Alright, I'm gonna hope the bro here is gonna cooperate. Okay, good. Wow. This game does not want me to keep power-ups, unfortunately, so... Oh, jeez. I didn't think I was gonna make that. Alright, that's fine. So at this rate, I don't necessarily need to have fire, but it would be nice to have. But we can still do this with Big Mario as well. Like, it's just gonna be a little tougher in that case. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is the loop level, so we need to find a vine, which is actually right here. You gotta bounce off that Koopa to get it, otherwise you'll have to loop back around to get it, so So I've had like a theory where this level here kind of resembles Bowser in the Sky from Mario 64. So you're like, we're technically in the sky and we're gonna head into 8-4 very soon. So. Okay, 8-3. Still got plenty of lives left. I do a bit of a crouch slide there to avoid that lucky 2. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and bounce off the spring. Alright, good bros there. Alright, one more level to go. So we got 8-4. And timing will end upon the axe grab, so we'll get there eventually. Alright, just gonna do a little bit of slide in there. Now we're gonna do the crouch swim. So now we have our half hitbox. You kind of see like how Mario's head's like kind of inside the ceiling there, and like the fire didn't touch me there. So this is the G room. Gonna go ahead and like bait that piranha plant. Actually, just a little carefully here because Mario's hitbox, when he's like standing upright, it's hard to get through the gap there. So it's better to just kind of crouch and get it. So this tiny section here is a maze section. Like you can't really tell there. And we got this really long hallway. There we go. All right, final room. We're just gonna go ahead and go through the wall. That is Bruce. What a pal. All right, time is coming up in just a moment here. And time. We'll take it. So yeah, that is Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels 1 warp. So we just take 1 warp zone in this category. Again, I am SuperSonic. Hope you all enjoyed the run and stay tuned for the next